Hi guys, it's Ellie. Recently on Facebook I made a post about doing a Q&A, and that's just so people can answer the questions that they have that were repeated, so I can answer everyone's questions at once. That's so like people can get to know me and know my thoughts, opinions, and little things like that. Some people had appropriate questions and those were immediately shut down. Sorry guys. Um, So I'm gonna get started. The first question is, at what age did you want to model and were you nervous? When I was 4 to 5, or 5 to 6 in kindergarten, my kindergarten teacher still remembers me, and she was telling me how um, I would walk around class with the one hand on my head and one hand on my hip, so just like that, um, saying I'm a model with a little sassy attitude. Um, so I would always say that, but never, I don't know if I meant it at that time. Um, and then when I was 9, I started to kind of get into that, to modeling. I was doing fashion shows for clothing companies around my town and little things like that. So nothing too big, just commercial print, fashion. And then when I was 13 to 15 to 16, I believe, I was in a modeling and acting school in Nagoro Hills, so I was doing that. I was driving 2 to 3 hours every Saturday to do that for a few years, and I enjoyed it very much. I got to know so many people and learned so much from that school. I'm still in contact with my modeling and acting teachers. Um, Froggy from the Little Rascals, Roberto Sanchez from Too Fast, Too Furious, John Staley, which was one of my favorite modeling teachers. So they've all taught me so much. And I don't know, acting wasn't my thing. I was kind of camera shy, like talking in front of the camera. But when it came to modeling, I I loved it. I feel like I can shine my personality through the cameras in so many different ways, and acting was fun. I ended up getting an agent with that, but never fell through with it. I just felt like it was such a competitive industry, and I don't know, it wasn't my thing. But and was I nervous? I was nervous, especially from the camera. Once I started to like loosen up and with acting, it was kind of harder because you had to play a character, um, and go by what the script was saying and things like that. It was kind of hard. Um, so the next question is, who are your role models and what is it that touched you? My sisters. I am the youngest of four in my family, and I have two sisters. Um, they've taught me so much. I look up to them in so many different ways. They are the woman in my life besides my mom that I love so much, and they carry themselves so well. I'm the baby of the family. They watch out after me, and everything about them I love. So those girls are my role models. And do you find females attractive, and do they hit on you a lot? Um, Everyone's attractive. I feel like women are beautiful, females are beautiful. Everyone's beautiful in their own way, in their skin. They're just not for me. um, do they hit on you a lot, or me a lot? Not too much. I've had people hit on me and ask me out on dates, but nothing too serious. And the next question is, what's my nationality and do I speak the language? My nationality is Cambodian Chinese. I do speak the language. It's the language called Khmer, and that's the Cambodian language. I can say and speak it fluently, semi-fluently. I can say things like "Judipso," and that's hello. And since I'm pretty young, I would say "On some light bong," which is "I love you." So little things like that. Uh, do I like to eat my nationality's food? I'm sure they meant culture food. Of course, I love food. We have this thing called kateu, which is noodles, like same thing like pho noodles type kind of thing. That's amazing. I love that stuff. Um, Next question. I got this a lot. Well, 3 or 4 times. People messaged me saying, "Will you marry me?" or asking, "Will you marry me?" Sorry, guys, no. And if I'm in a relationship with anyone, no, I am not, and I'm focused on school right now, and just I don't know, I'm not really into dating or anything. Um, and how did you get into modeling, and who is your favorite photographer? And what is your favorite type of photography? Um, Excuse me. My favorite photographer, I don't know. I've worked with so many last year, and I loved a lot of them. I mean, everyone's work is beautiful. Everyone has their own different styles of photography. And the end of last year, I was super excited to work with some photographers I've always wanted to work with, and the photos came out amazing. I'm not gonna name who some of them are, but I'm very glad and thankful to have the opportunity to work with some people. And what type of photography am I into? Um, I really like glamour, things like that. Nature, I love shooting outdoors. It's very fun. I love the natural lighting, and it's very beautiful. Um, and what else? Who is my who is the person I look up to in the model industry? I'd have to say I've gotten to know a lot of models in this industry, and everyone's amazing. Everyone's so kind. Um, and I would have to say the model that I've gotten to know a lot, and is a great role model for any girl, is Miss Amy Ames. She's amazing. The first time I met her, she was super humble, was welcoming. She was just like, she looked after me. She was just like the biggest, like a sister to me almost. She talked to you, and she was so humble, and she's very honest, gives you like the greatest advice. She's very kind and very loving. She's big heart, and everything about her and I just gotten to know each other, and she's probably the person that I look up to the most because she keeps it classy, keeps it 100, It's very beautiful, so I would have to say she is the role model that I look up to in the model industry. Um, and where am I currently living? I'm currently living in Santa Barbara, and I was born in Long Beach, raised in Santa Maria, and moved to Santa Barbara recently for school. And someone asked me a few times what school I go to, and that's Paul Mitchell Cosmetology. So if they need your hair did, I got you. Uh, those are basically the same questions I was asked over and over. If anyone else has more questions for me that are repeated, more than willing to do another video maybe later on in the future. So hopefully I answered you guys' questions well. There was a few more, just I'll get to them soon. Sorry guys. Well, hopefully everyone has a safe weekend, and don't drink and drive. Good night, guys.